Hello, YouTubers. It's Travis. Sorry about the little break. I have been going through some health issues, which I think are on the mend, so we're back to enjoy something a little different today. I don't normally do best of one drafts, but when there's a free best of one draft on the table, well, by all means, I'll check that out. Have fond memories of Amonkhet. Amonkhet Remastered on MTG Arena has been a lot of fun. So today, we're in for a best of one draft. If you like the content you see here, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Maybe come check out the Twitch stream live at twitch.tv/Semulin. Or if you're a super fan, you can check out my Patreon. There's a link below. I hope you enjoy today's draft, and thank you for watching. I am thinking about Struggle, Oasis Ritualist, and Fennel Reward. The Struggle was not bad. Not bad at all. Is Throne not good? No, it's terrible. It's super bad. The thing is, I imagine everybody knows that you're supposed to go red, white, aggro, burr, but I think Struggle's just the best card. So I'm not going to ignore it. We'll take it here. It's mostly 3 mana kill something, which is good. It can be if you've got enough cycling and stuff to feed to it, but if you don't, it could also just do flat nothing, right? If Near Deadlands is really good. Farm to Market is really good. Talkrop Elite is not a fair Magic card. Puncturing Blow is okay. So Hour of Devastation was my favorite format ever. I'm very familiar with the format. Problem is I really like to be green, but like the Deadlands is just too good to ignore here. But Zero Deferment's also pretty dang good. But If Near Deadlands is busted. Absolutely busted. And I've got 2 of them. Wonder in Death was one of my favorite cards from this set. It is incredibly powerful. All right, let's have 2 If Near Deadlands and see where this takes us. We're probably black now unless people just don't understand what If Near Deadlands does, which is fine. They certainly don't have to. Because this pack kind of sucks. But that's okay, we got us a desert. If we're black-red removal with 2 If Near Deadlands and a Struggle, I'm pretty happy with that. Wonder in Death was like the best case scenario ever for recursion. Magic, thank you for the host. Because if you got it early, you could just cycle it. Cycling made everything better. The best card in this pack by a lot is the Okra's Attendant, although the Trial of Zeal is quite nice too. I don't exactly know where I'm going yet, but this shouldn't still be here. Like, definitely shouldn't still be here. This is a 3 mana Lightning Bolt, which is fine. It's cool. This is a 5/5. This is a 5 mana 3/3 flyer that dies into a 5 mana 3/3 flyer unless you need to cycle it, which you can, and it still makes you another 5 mana 3/3 flyer. Cycling made Ikoria great. It took us that long to find what we're doing, but it's probably this. I could take the Dauntless Avon and still plan on us being maybe white-red. Let's see if that farm wheels. There's somebody not wanting to play this color combo. Come me 2 of Enan's Invitational card right here. All that, and we're probably not playing black-red. Essence Scatter was a very good 2-drop in this format. It was not 60k gems thing. Try again. 80k gem. 80k. These guys suck. They're really bad at blocking. They're not good at all. I don't think black's actually open. I think my table just doesn't know that these cards are good. We've seen no indication that we can play red. I can't take a good sideboard card. I guess I'll take this for signaling purposes. How does this format fare against Hour of Devastation as a format? I feel like it's inferior. I think Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation both had something special to offer, and it's a little sad these deserts are not being respected either. That they decided to break them up like this. The Scavenger's a better card, but I'm going to take the Mummy because I'm not quite sure what I'm supposed to be doing yet. Although it's starting to look like blue-white is the answer, and all of these deserts were a bit in vain. I really think they both had unique things, and shuffling them together diluted it a little bit. I think I would have enjoyed it more if they'd had Amonkhet released and then Hour of Devastation. Yeah, it feels weird, doesn't it? Jarrow's Resolve was always playable. I still don't quite understand this batch, but I guess I just like got the early stuff. Probably end up playing the Camel. Is that? And again, it's possible that just nobody was like understood that this card is really good, so maybe that's not even a signal. But you can play garbage tokens with an Avon Wind Guide and just kill people in the air. This was not very good. Well, neither was the Supply Caravan. Although it does give you one of them tokens. Yeah, it changes the format significantly. Oh, man. We could have done that. I don't think that's what I want to be doing right now, though. Like, if we're going to play this color combo, I probably need a Desert of the Mindful. And I think I'm going to be playing this color combo. I was pretty happy with it. And we could potentially wheel... I mean, heck, I'll probably wheel the chef it to... Shouldn't, but... You should probably pick it pack one, pick one. It can certainly be done. Ooh. Hidden Low. This was one of my favorite cards in the format. It's not going to be as good here as it was in its original set. Because there's a chance I'm just supposed to take farm here, because there's going to be stuff I need to be dead, and this will do it. And I probably have to do that. But the Vizier is already getting me a copy of these two. There was a 2-mana creature with Embalm that this was better with. I bet I can wheel it. Okay, so there's some card draw, and I'm not opposed to card draw. I'm confused. My guess is people aren't reading these cards. Okay, we're blue-white. We're going to see some weird signals. But I got to remember, I'm drafting with a bunch of people who are doing a free draft. And they're happy to be doing their free draft. And that's okay. And they may not understand what cards are really good and which cards aren't. And that's okay. Because we'll just pick the cards we want to be picking and be happy with it. I mean, signals do exist. Best of one, like, as we know, the correct pick is this desert, but I'm beginning to worry that I'm just not going to get enough creatures. And I need them. And I'm planning on wheeling that Vizier. Fanbear is really good. It's nowhere near as good as Gustwalker, but it's really good. But best of one has the highest skill gap, right? The best and worst drafters are drafting best of one. Oh, a sweltering sun sounds hot. Riverwinder was pretty handy too. I think I might play the supply caravan though. I don't remember what Sweltering Suns does. I'm not trying to like give grief. This is a crime against humanity. Oh my god, I miss you, River Hoopo. How am I splashing it? Yeah, I don't recall that being great, but it has cycling on it, so it wasn't that bad. I don't know how I'm splashing it yet, but I'm planning on it. Still got a pack, I hope. I didn't wield the Vizier. This makes me sad. Maybe Raspberry, but you got to remember, like, oh, was it pick 10? Heck, that'd be great. There were some pretty aggressive decks in Triple Hour of Devastation or Hour of Devastation. Like Green White was absurd. I don't really need the card draw. I don't hate the Naga Oracle. I suspect I could use another camel. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to be able to make these camels work. Yeah, Green White and Red White were both incredibly aggressive. So this is where we would get the Vizier if we were going to get it, and we're not. Sucks. That's okay. We'll live. Picking up playable crap. I found exert to be basically a useless keyword and not particularly skill intensive. Because most of the time the answer was don't exert unless it kills them. Or you're getting in damage you wouldn't otherwise. Can they block something on the ground? Exert. Can they not? Don't. Very skill intensive. I found a lot of fun in this format. I'm just saying that wasn't what led to the fun. It was a decision, but I don't think it was a decision that mattered. But here's my chance to get the Vizier, and what can I actually do with it? I can get the Anointer Priest, I can get the Guide, I can get Oketra's Attendant. I'm passing up a Cartouche of Knowledge for it, which is interesting given that we have the Trial of Knowledge, and a Flying Lifelinker is kind of a reasonable way for us to win a game here. So I think that's the big question. I want the Vizier. I might get another Cartouche. I probably won't, but I might. Oh my god, I'm a genius. Oh, I want that too. I want both. Why are they in the same pack? This guy's so good. It's a great blocker. You can draw cards with your Vizier, but this thing's just too good a 2-drop. Too good a 2-drop. I'm sorry, Labyrinth Guardian, I'll miss you. This pack has nothing for us. I might play a Censor. I could sort of see doing that. There's some options. Okay, so the Eternal of Harsh Truths would be really nice if we got the Cartouche of Knowledge to go with it. But if we just take it, then we'd already have it and it'd be fine. I remember being okay with Sunset Pyramid, or as just raw card draw cards. I don't remember being okay with Kenra Scrapper. This was a card that was just absurd. What's up, Ishtari? I see your question, Loki. I am okay now. I was not okay for a few days. I need some bodies, but I've got some bodies. I'll take the pyramid. What? Why this here? I was excited about the desert. But that's an Omnomnomina Sphinx. Y'all pass me another desert. You want. Well, pass me this dude. I loved Shimmerscale Drake. Yeah, Shimmerscale Drake was absurd. No one ever wants to play blue in most formats. That's two of them cartouches of knowledge. All right, so kind of doesn't matter what we play in our last slot here. It'll be fine. I probably don't need to play this Winds of Rebuke anymore either. Or Dejiro's Resolve, frankly. Although, I've got some good exerters here, so I'm good. I don't really want to play any of this, but there's a... Yeah, I'm not going to sideboard either. I keep forgetting it's best of one. So, oh my god, yes! You got to remember not to put your cartouche of knowledge on it. But other than that, this guy's great and should not have wheeled. There's not a compelling argument for it not to be wheeling. Bonjour, Armand. I think I've got plenty of garbage 2-drops to play, right? Yeah, I've got plenty of everything, actually. Naga Oracle's actually not bad, though. Take that. It is an interesting drafting flashback sets, especially when the first entry is free. You're like, who knows what they're doing here? Who doesn't? Well, I loved doing 5-color nonsense in Hour of Devastation. But I don't think you can reliably do that here. Dejiro's Resolve is pretty nice with some bird creatures we have. So I kind of like keeping that. I'm not sure what you mean, Miso. It's missing some cards and they put some other ones in it, like Thoughtseize is in it randomly. I think we're more or less good here. I could happily play 18 lands. Thoughtseize was an invocation, but I only played it on Magic Online, which didn't have invocations at the time. You can also just play like one random bad 2-drop and be pretty happy with it. Like, Disposal Mummy isn't great, but it is technically another mummy that could trigger this. Why in the world would you be putting these ugly D&D lands in my deck? What are you doing? We could be doing this. Just on general principle, I'm going to keep the same ones. Yeah, the embalmed creatures will work nicely with it too, and it could get something that matters. The problem is you want to play it on turn 3 if you can, because it's your 3-drop. And by the time you top deck it, they've probably cast whatever they wanted from their graveyard anyway. It can get Aftermath cards too. This deck should really be close to 18 lands, but I'm going to play it at 17 just because it's best of 1. This is okay if we hit another land. And it's best of 1, so I'm supposed to draw more lands, right? Could be a flying and lifelinking camel. I like that idea. Sweatsuit this week is D&D. Am I not bronze 0? Look at me, ranked drafter. They got a cartouche too. Okay. You can play something else, Elgeef. If you're not having fun playing a game, don't play a game. Like, by all means. Make sure you were doing fun things. I'd like to be able to block the 1/1. And I don't mind them killing this. I don't need to give this flying yet, because I'm already out racing them with it. Andy, thank you for the resub.
Really good to see you. Hope you're feeling better. I slept in a bed for the first time in a week last night.
I'm glad you got some good sleep, Smoke. I am still enjoying Adventures in Forgotten Realms quite a bit, last draft notwithstanding. And it's super risky to play the cartouche and all it. Well, I guess they're tapped out, so it's not that risky. But I don't want to trade camels. But I'd have to trade camels if they attacked with it, because they'd give everything else +1/+0. I guess I wouldn't have to. I could block it with the Wind Guide. Yeah, that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking about the fact that I don't get to use all my mana, which is a catastrophe. Whereas if I do it this way, next turn, even if I don't draw something, I can still play the Naga Oracle. But yeah, Magma Spray would be a problem there if they were able to pull that off, but even without it, I think it's a catastrophe to do that. Imagine there's a land under it or another 4-drop. That would be real bad, y'all. Yeah, there was a good bit of blur on this board initially. And it seems to have somewhat disappeared by now, which is good. Hello, Rocky. Thank you for asking about me. We've not much to report at the moment. What does that do? Sorcery speed double strike? Alright. I kind of forgot that was a card. They could 8, 9, 10, 11 me from here, which is not ideal. Would really prefer it if they didn't. This is the one that makes something not block, right? No. Oh, okay. Oh, Catcher's Avenger's not as bad as our... Well, to be fair, it's not as good as I remembered. And they didn't exert it? Ooh, get blocked. Yeah, they may have just found out that that combat trick is a sorcery speed trick. I mean, they're still getting a good trade here. They're trading a 2-drop for a 4-drop. That's not bad. That's also possible, Orcish, for sure. Yeah, it's kind of not something you're expecting. I suspect that's probably more likely, as they thought they were going to get to exert that, but were not able to. Well, we're pretty close to dead. I mean, so are they, but I think we're more closer. Don't kill it. Don't kill it. No killing. You may not kill it. Sigma, do you want to have another coaching session at some point in the future? That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You reckon they got open fire? Wait a minute. No, it's double strike. That's 15. I can count. I can count. Ooh, I'm glad I stopped too. Because Sigma made another donation, so I was like, we should probably consider doing that, eh? I might like a little more time to recover before I do it, but I need to make a note that you are owed one if you would like it. Yeah, I was just testing you guys. I saw that all along. Oh, we're good to go now. Because this doesn't do anything, right? Yeah. If this does what I think it does, we just win the game. Yeah. You haven't finished the first draft. Play more. The 4-3 had double strike, so it was an 8-3. Neat. You don't have to be solitary, my camel. I will be your friend. Look at me, bronze gaming. Y'all, I need to go get a drink after this. It's not ideal to have Unquenchable Thirst here, but this will work. We've got cycling, we've got a 2-drop. But once I've recovered a little bit more Sigmas, we'd love to talk about that. Somebody asked how much for coaching. Anytime somebody does a $25 donation, or more, you're certainly welcome to. If you'd like a coaching session where I'll do the first draft with you, I'll do the draft with you and then play the first round with you. That is available if you'd like it. We'll do them on stream. Which Sigma, I've done that with Sigma, and we did one with Rachel too. Those were both fun. And both of them got their first round wins. I think Rachel went on to 3-0 it. Nice. Yeah, I thought I remembered seeing her say something about that. This is gain. Yes, this is drain when you play a zombie. Okay, I remember you. Will you remember me? You didn't sound bad at all, Sigmas. Don't be so hard. Don't be too hard on yourself. Not exactly what I want to be cartouching of knowledge, but I do need to begin to get some damage in there, and I would like to cycle through. I don't remember anything that could get this in response in those colors. It's not to say there isn't something, just that I don't remember it if there was. I may still not be supposed to attack with the darn thing. Yeah, there's a Gideon's Reproach variant. I was talking about getting blown out by this. Yeah, it's impeccable timing is in that. But I wanted to make sure we could at least land this. I don't think I'm supposed to attack here because we're just going to be slamming 5 drops for the rest of the game. We could even play around into impeccable timing by exerting it if we really think they have it. I'm not entirely convinced they have it, and if they do, frankly, I'm kind of okay with them getting it off here. I hope they don't have impeccable timing. We also can't play around it by exerting it, because they could just... I'd forgotten about that, but you can respond to exert effects. Oh, it's Mighty Leap. Okay. I mean, that's kind of the same card. Whoa, that probably doesn't feel good. Oh, they lost their window to do it. I'm sorry, buddy. Everybody grab a leg. I mean, I'm not that sorry. I'm a little sorry. Ryan, thank you for the raid. Remember Amonkhet? I remember. Thank you for bringing the friendos over, Ryan. Much appreciated. I hope things are going well in your world. What's the name? Ghostwalker. Very well. I guess I'll just block this then, because it doesn't matter. I probably should have still untapped this and blocked with it, even though it's not going to kill anything. But like, I feel like we're probably in good shape here. This is an old set that they've brought back for flashbacks, Frosty. Yeah, I still should have untapped the Ghostwalker. That was just stupid. For some reason, I was thinking Dajero's Resolve gave the creature +1/+0 and untapped it, but it doesn't. It's not good, but it's not bad either. I really liked it as a sideboard card, which doesn't exist, right? Because they've basically given me the world's best blocker. But they've also kind of set me in a situation where I can't really attack into them here, so... This is getting a little awkward. So they've got a lot... Well, I guess I've got this as like infinite blocks. Because I can just smack them for 4, and that's a relatively quick clock. I could also just hit for 3 and put it here. I think I kind of like that. That leaves me 2 blockers, assuming they cast another zombie. But no, I wouldn't say this card is great. But it could randomly win some games. And I really liked it from the sideboard. Occasionally you'd strand a card in your opponent's hand, which was cool too, but you'd never know about it. They're not playing any cards I never played. I mean, the set didn't really have a lot of bad cards in it, as many Modern Magic sets don't. It had some rares that were bad. But that's about all I remember. Alright, what have we got coming up? Because we don't have to worry about them resolving a creature that we're scared of. We do need to be aware, okay, so not these lands is what we have coming up. If I attack with the 3/3, they can kill it. But if I attack with the 3/3 and the 3/4, we'll probably get some damage in. So I think I like that. I wouldn't say it's that aggressive. Why was I thinking they couldn't copy my Drake? Because they totally can. Yeah, I'm not 100% yet. This is at least as bad as the mistake they made. Because I have to deal with that first. That was just stupid. I don't remember a ton of sweepers. It was aggressive leaning though, for sure. For some reason I was like, they could totally copy the 3/3, but there's nothing they can do about the 3/4. I got them. Except there is. Mirage Mirror was quite good. A lot of the added cards were sweepers. Okay, I could believe that. Congratulations, Isaac. Glad to hear it. Would seem we're at a bit of a board stall. Well, I mean, I guess that's the good news, is now I can get rid of it. Like, how would we possibly get it off the board? I guess like that. Because I don't want it to stick around and let them counter it. I do have the bounce spell, but I don't think that's what I'd bounce. The problem is I still don't have attacks as long as that mirror sits there, and I don't really have anything I can do about the mirror. I could draw more mummies. And try to kill them like all at once, I guess. Could have not thrown away the 3/3 flyer. Yeah, I could have done that too. But I didn't. It's going to feel a little weird, but I don't care if they have that. No point in countering that. They could very well mill me out from here. I mean, not necessarily intentionally, but I can't break through this. This may be our one weakness, is Mirage Mirror and my creatures that can't trade with themselves. It's not dealing any damage to anybody. Gideon has intervened. An annoying little bugger. Hey, I can still block with it, bud. Okie dokie. We take these. Because he's still here. It's fine. I don't understand what's happening. I don't have anything that can close this game out, is what. I guess I could start attacking with the Anointer Priest. Realistically. Because they can't stop it now. There's nothing they can copy that can block it. I don't think it totally matters what we get back, but sure. And sure, you can be. Their only real option would be to double activate on their own mind sensor and then double block. Like, we found a way to slowly start dealing some damage, which may kill them before I draw out of cards. So we're on this plan now. It's a good plan. What is... Oh, this is an effect from Gideon's intervention. Okay. If you're wondering what happened there, this says that it becomes a copy of target artifact, creature, or enchantment or whatever. And it did. It became a copy of the Anointer Priest, but it didn't have Cartouche of Knowledge attached to it. You trying to race me? I seem to remember like +2/+2 to zombies or something. And this is me gaining 6 and taking 2, 4, 6, 7. And still leaving more than enough to more or less kill him on the way back. Yeah, it might be +2/+1, Isaac. That's fair. But I'm gaining 6 off of these life-linking camels. So if they have it, this is still not even half of our life total. Yeah, okay. Give me. Man, look at that. They're at how much? Gotta do the math. All right, I'm about to thirst to death. I'll be back, y'all. I gotta go get a beverage. Once more into the fray. Hey, that's a draw. Not quite I win, because we're not on the play, but it's close. Yes, Eclipsy, that is the plan. I have started the free-to-play account. I need to be feeling healthy enough to start creating the content, and that is my challenge. I am not at my best right now. I know I look and sound amazing. So it's probably hard to believe, but I do not feel well. Tim, thank you for the resub, dude. Much appreciated. Bonjour. They have to double block it to kill it on the way back. It's a 4/4, right? Yeah. I'm okay with that. No way they're double blocking it. Who's a good cat thing? He looks so perfect sitting there on his Amonkhet throne. Doesn't he? Cute little bone kitty. If this was made to block you, whole idea. So jump under the bus. They're disposable. Full mummy. Get bricked! I probably should have left up to Jera's resolve, and I'm bad. It should be bad. Don't really need your judgment right now, so we're gonna let it go. Still cycled, joke's on you. Still don't want to double block me, huh? Okay. So the question is, how many of these Tic Tacs can I eat a day? It's like they're full of sugar. I probably shouldn't be eating that much sugar. Yeah, it's fair, Pong. I could probably find some sugar-free mints to fill the purpose too, eh? What you up to there, buddy? I don't see a really compelling reason to block that. Not when I can basically make the block and have Dejiro's resolve up next turn. Like, my life total is not low enough for me to feel threatened by that. I guess they were going to try to cartouche to finish me off. They could have double blocked it long ago, but because they never did, now they must suffer. My stomach is finally starting to settle a little bit. That is a nice feeling to be in a little bit less pain. I approve. Y'all youngins out there, do not take your health for granted. Do what you can to hold on to your health. It is easier to stay healthy than to get healthy. Okay. How many did you end up with, Surgeon? There is a 2-mana fog variant. I don't know if it made it into this set, but I remember one existing. Okay, apparently they don't have it. 6? You have 6 Cartouche of Strength. That's pretty impressive, dude. This is my first time in a long time playing Best of 1, and it's not that bad. Well, I think if you've got 6 Cartouches of Strength, you've probably already won the Trial of Strength, eh? Wouldn't mind flooding just a wee bit here. That's a start. People haven't curved out into the Scarab God yet. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay. I appreciate that they took the time to get the right lands. You know what I mean? It was a nice step. They are also respecting this format. I had not seen brute strength on a sacred cat before. That's an interesting one. They got some tricks, yo. Must be an important cat. Perhaps a sacred cat? wonder what they're doing. I guess they're figuring they'll just kill me in the air. But not yet. I don't need to deal with that. That's why I left it up. Are you my mummy? This is what the deck was supposed to do. Does seem pretty good on the card draw, doesn't it, Ike? I can dig it. Might have overdone it just a wee bit. What's up, Limestone? Pretty rotten. How are you feeling? Thank you for asking. I'm not feeling particularly well, but it's okay. I really need to leave farm up for a turn and just accept that, and I can do that with a disposal mummy. Yeah, the Vizier's typically pretty great. Hey, Benny Francis, how you been, my dude? It's been many moons since we have seen the Benny, but it is good to see you again, my friend. So now I kind of got to farm this idiot, which I ain't particularly thrilled about, but I guess I can play this and leave up farm. We'll attack in the air. I don't want any of this. Yeah, burn them. That kind of sucks, Limestone. I'm feeling a lot better than I was. Pretty sure the most recent issue was food poisoning, which was not great. Not a huge fan of food poisoning. If you ever have the opportunity to get food poisoning, boy, let me tell you what, I would pass on that one. Bye-bye. You tried food poisoning and tend to agree? Yeah. Look at me, Silver Gaming, yo. I mean, again, I will happily take a free draft. That's exactly how you handle it, Bumbler. This is a little terrifying, Keep, but I didn't come here to not be bold. I don't anticipate us going farming, but Yeah, I don't typically play best of one, Zulu, so that's why my rank's low. I have a suspicion that what poisoned me... Yeah, they're going to have better stuff for me to hit with this, but I also just need to stay in this game for a while if this is a good red-white deck. Was Pillsbury Crescent Rolls. The evidence. It begins thus. Number one, we baked a whole plate of Pillsbury Crescent Rolls. There was 8 of them. They were a little gooey in the middle. I ate them anyway. Sim wife ate 2. I ate the other 6. She got a little sick. I got really sick. Don't blame it on the wife. I'm the one that baked them. Why would we blame this on anyone? I didn't mean to food poison us. Oops. Sorry about your food poison. No, I don't. The one way to make sure you don't get food poisoning from Denny's is not to go to Denny's. Because if you go to Denny's, you're going to get food poisoning. Has been my experience. I do not. I'm just never going to eat those rolls again. Ever. Denny's is a sit-down restaurant that I don't particularly care for. I guess, like, Greasy Spoon Diner is how people would describe it here, and some people love it. I happened to go to one a long time ago that did give me food poisoning. And so, since then, my stance has been pretty keenly anti-Denny's. I might need an essence scatter. I think they're mostly dead here. Yeah, that would be my guess, limestone. I don't know what a spoons is. And I don't remember if you can get alcohol at Denny's or not. I don't have anything against Denny's. Just one particular one in Glen Burnie has probably been closed to health violations by now. Sometimes your people need a place to go. Just be McDonald's. Everybody's down at McDonald's. Down with Ronald McDonald. I see you've been to Glen Burnie, Dragon Sauce. Yeah, McDonald's is honest about what you're getting. Hey, Benny, can you explain to me what a donaire is? Because I suspect you can, and I've started to have questions about them and how amazing they might be. Specifically the sauce. Tell me about the sauce. Basically tzatziki, but runny. I'm not going to cartouche it. I'm not going to cartouche it. Free. Everybody grab a leg. It'd be awful nice to draw a thing I could do, but we'll recycle this if we don't need to scatter. Because we might need to scatter. That would mean our people need a place to go. Okay, maybe not. This is bad, team. This is real bad. I'm gonna have to let them have whatever they got next. Giant pile of spiced mystery beef on a spit. Shave it and put it on a pita. Sauce is very sweet. Okay. Yeah, that don't sound like a sauce I would care for. But I think I need to investigate donaires, is what we're learning. I think that is a thing I would like to know. I would like to know more. Okay, so basically you guys up in Nova Scotia eat donaires where we would eat Denny's. Yeah, we get good kebabs here. Where you at, Elgeef? Oh, I should stop reading chat. Sorry, now I'm getting hungry. Can you tell? So I don't see much reason to ever not have Essence Scatter up when I can draw a card if they don't cast something I need to counter. New Zealand. Okay. Can't counter that. But you can see the Vizier is still being a great card. It's not for me. So why would I not Cartouche of Knowledge the Glory-Bound Initiate and swing with Exert? I don't see a reason why I wouldn't do that. And I'm going to start getting my own Vizier value going. What's the difference from spiced flavor, mayo, and aioli? They're the same thing. Aioli is a fancy word that means mayonnaise. Anyone who tells you something different is selling aioli. I got my own thirst quench over here, man. That's fair. There are some subtle differences. But I still think it's basically the same. Okay, so one thing I've noticed about nicotine withdrawal is you really start to get interested in eating things. I would very much like to eat all of the things right now. Another one of those bloody Mirage mirrors. That thing's been a real pain in my butt. Quit smoking a long time ago. Didn't quit the nicotine lozenges, though. Congratulations, Benny. I don't really have a way to do anything, do I? I mean, Ketra's attendant starts to clean things up a little bit. Let's start here. I don't think I need to cycle that, but I may. I do need the desert in the bin, but I can play it next turn if I have to. How hard was it to quit the gum? Because that's what I'm trying to quit now. And I'm just starting to feel it. Don't care much for it. Why would I not block this? Okay. Delirious for a few days, eh? It's not quite... Thank you for the words of encouragement, Benny. They do not, Techno Shaman. I have other reasons that I want to not be doing it anymore. A big one is high blood pressure. My blood pressure is high. It needs to not be that high. There's nothing wrong with getting high, unless it's your blood pressure, at which point I really need to let that go. Is this code for I didn't tell them about it? No. I pulled the vial out and said to the doctor, I pop these like candy. And he said that's better than smoking. But he also said your blood pressure is really high and you're going to die of a stroke in your 60s if you don't get it under control now. It's like consequences of nicotine exposure can be raised blood pressure and gastrointestinal issues. I'm literally there to see him for gastrointestinal issues. Like, you know, maybe Maybe. Maybe. We should try that. No, they just took a lot of blood. I would always block this, because whatever they have, if they can kill me, they'll just kill me. But I'm trying to count back for the crackback, and it's not that far off. They've just got a million peggable timing. Okay. But they had a plan and they went for it. Was a good one. Like, I can get a blocker out of the way this way, but I guess I'm supposed to be on, I hope they don't play any more spells? Because that doesn't seem super, that doesn't seem like a thing that's going to work for me, but we'll try it. They managed to make a deck that Essence Scatter does virtually nothing again. What sounds more like a vampire? I don't have any attacks. Well, I suppose I do if I get this out of the way. That's just feeding them another card. Oh, them taking your blood. I see what you did there, Tom. I was confused, and now I'm not. Well, I'm still a little confused. I think it actually matters what we take here. We're supposed to swing team, right? I think so. Because I got a blocker for this on the way back. And if they got a spell, I'm just dead anyway, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, Dr. Ferratu was a super nice guy. I feel pretty rotten, Aaron, but thank you for asking about me. A way I have found that I think a lot of people who are suffering with illnesses that aren't diagnosed would appreciate is if they've been away and they come back, say, it's good to see you. Don't ask them how they're feeling, because it's not going to be good. We're working on something I've had for 20 years. It is unlikely that I'll kick it quick. Probably not going to kick it quick. I think I'm dead. Yeah, I would believe that they have it. But I'm still looking at this as my, like, return to magic stream. I could have farmed earlier, and I think I could have played this out slightly different, but I'm mostly just wanting to be able to, like, stream again. There are, but we got to figure out what the heck's wrong with me before we can start shoving drugs in there, you know what I mean? Burn. Again, best play we'll get back to. Right now, we just want to try to have functional Travis. That's a good start. It's keepable hand. Yeah, I'm hopeful that there's a drug for whatever I have to. And I liked the doctor. I really liked the doctor. Like, it was a new doctor. I did not know him, was not familiar with him or anything like that. But so there's always that, you know, what is it going to feel like? Am I going to like the doctor? I like this doctor quite a bit. He was straight to the point. We got to hit land drops, so let's hit land drops. Or not. Whee! Best of one, ladies and gentlemen. But I like a doctor that's direct. And that seemed to, like, care. And was like, yeah, I looked at the pictures. The red dots that I got, he said, probably weren't what I thought they were. I think I need them to bite first, so I'm going to see if I can counter something and make them waste 4 mana. Cycle this, and then play something. Because they're spending a lot of time just choking on mana. He said Behçet's is so common in Turkey that they have clinics set up just for it. It's only in the United States that it's rare. Alright, if you want to counter something, you can counter a camel. You got me. For all I know, I have distant Turkish ancestry, and there you go. That's a really fun card when you're mana screwed. I appreciate the inclusion of that in this set. I think it's adding a lot to the game. How in the world is that your worst card in hand? That's the best card in their deck and they don't even know. I'm bloody terrified of whatever they're casting next. Approaching stability? Maybe? Big little cat thing. That's the bad one, right? That's pretty bad, yeah. Alright, it doesn't untap. You got me. I don't have a dessert, do I? That ain't gonna work. I may need to farm this here fella. I reckon I do. Alright, you're fired. That'll get the Enigma Drag tapped for me, which is convenient. I wanted it to be. Because this little curator went to the farm. And this little drake stayed home. Don't worry, it's not untapping. You just thirsty. We might still be in this. Just by the hair of our chinny chin chin. Mostly bad? I don't think their deck is bad at all. Their deck is fantastic. We countered a god. And I wouldn't have held up the counterspell if they hadn't discarded an on-crop crasher. I'm like, if they're looking at that and thinking, yeah, I don't need this. The only bad card I've seen them play is the Kefnit's Monument, but a lot of people don't understand how bad the monuments are. I suspect they thought this tapped things, and it doesn't do that. Well, the thing about Kefnit's Monument is you can play as many basic lands as you want. So you're saying they should have discarded the Locust God? Huh. I hope it was the Monument. I don't know, though. Maybe it was that. That seems okay. I could certainly see the argument for it. Maybe not if one of your cards is a 5/5 hexproof. I can't really take a hit from that is the biggest issue I'm facing right now. I don't know that I need the card advantage off of this. I think I just want to set up to try to get him in the air potentially. Oh, that makes it easier. I can also just throw all this crap in front of the Riverwinder. But the camel buys me almost infinite turns, the supply caravan camel. We still haven't even drawn all of our cards off of this thing. I have 11, they have 8. Victory for Upfish. All right. One more win, and we get our 7 win. That'd be cool. To keeper. But cycling made so many more hands capable. Like, I can look at this hand and be like, yeah, this looks great. Because I've got so many chances to hit lands. And that's why I didn't like strategic planning in this set. You know, sugar-free gum might be better for me than Tic Tacs, now that I think about it. This deck didn't need the Trial of Knowledge by a lot. You telling me you got a bolus up in there? Cool. Cinnamon? What you talking about, Tim? Does your wife use nicotine gum now and switch to cinnamon or something? Sugar-free hard candy. That's an option too. I'll think of something to get that'll make it a little bit easier. I must have had something good to just toss over Wrath. Miguel, thank you for the gift subs. Much appreciated. I'll spam some cats for Miguel. Thank you, my friend. We're still racing? I don't really like Werthers. Okay, well that's what I did. I quit smoking and switched to nicotine lozenges, and I've done that for 6 years and I'm ready to be off of them now. Okay. You got it. Yeah, I think that's the case, Benny. Definitely think that's the case. Why not double block that? I don't really see a reason not to. Like, ideally, I'd rather do it and have the cycling up, but it needs to die. This is the fellow that if I block it, I take 2 damage. Okay. I don't remember the Eternal of Harsh Truths being particularly good unless you could give it flying. That was for a tormenting bull. Alrighty. Alrighty then. That wasn't bad for a free draft. Although I suspect that part of this is that I'm playing best of one in the lower ranks, and that as you climb higher, it gets more and more competitive. And I'm going to do the next season of The Joy of Drafting, and we'll talk about some of the differences between best of one and best of three. But I still think this was a big one here is that, sure, we've got bronze level gamers rocking free drafts. I'm one of them. I would not have done this without the free draft token. But those people still going to be in your drafts if you're at mythic level. So getting the decks can be just as difficult. But, oh well. That was fun. I enjoyed it. Look at the names of these fine people here. These are my patrons. Thank you for supporting the work that I'm doing here on YouTube. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.